Hey everyone, Charlie here. Hope you're all doing well. I am here in Nishiyama-cho of Sabai City. Ah, check this out. This is the beginning of like a very large temple complex here behind me. I'll show you the main part up here in a second. But I'm not actually in this part of the city very often because, to be honest, it's quite a haul from my apartment. Maybe I come here pretty much only when I need to take the GR line to Osaka or Kyoto, or pretty much whenever I need to leave the prefecture. It's really literally the only time I'm ever here. The name of this show being One Cuppa, I hope you forgive me. So I have one can Captain Phasma Star Wars coffee. Doesn't taste like there's enough midi-chlorians in this coffee, but anyway, wink, wink. So yeah, this is I don't know if this is the correct way to call it, but this is the main part of the city. This is the main hub, and it's the only part of Sabai that looks like, I guess, that looks like a city, in that there are strips of offices and buildings lined up in just the right way. And I'm not actually, I guess we can go over here a little bit, but I don't want to actually go on the grounds because it sounds like they're actually in prayer at the moment here. And I lied to you, by the way, this isn't Nishiyama-cho, this is Honcho. Let's see what the name of this temple is. Joshoji. Joshoji is the name of this temple here. Again, I'm not going to go in, but I do want to show you here before we go on our merry way. Beautiful and quite peaceful. I want to step over here for 1 second. I neglected to see what the age of this thing is. Built in 1179. So very old, quite incredible. So as I was saying about Honcho here, it's the only part of Sabai City, at least in my opinion, that looks like a city, which is interesting because there are 80,000 people that live here. And given that it is sort of like resembles a more traditional, at least to my mind, city structure, it's also really the only place in the city that, I suppose from like an outside perspective, or like a traveler's perspective, looks like a, I don't know, a Japanese nighttime strip, right? With bright lights and shining ramen shop signs and all that jazz. So there is quite a bit of European influence apparently in the city. Not too familiar with the history of Sabai, if I'm quite honest, but the architecture here is, of course, quite Japanese, but there are a lot of buildings that are exceptionally European in their design. There's one up here I'll show you in just a second. It's one of the first things I noticed actually when I got to this, when I moved here, was how strong some of the European influences felt. The thing here too, interestingly, is that this is one area where nobody ever follows like the street lights if you're walking, but I'm on camera and I don't want proof that I'm jaywalking, so keep that in mind. So, up here on our right, I think unfortunately it's closed today, is Kitamura-ya. It's a very, very, very famous bakery, both to those who live in Fukui and those that live in Sabai here. And as you can tell, take a look at this. This is what I'm talking about with the exceptionally like European look, right? It looks like, I don't know, it looks like something you could find in Montreal or excuse me, Montreal, or you could find maybe in Paris. But like I said, Kitamoriya, they are a bakery. So the woman just across the street just stopped and was like, what is he doing? Like, full stop. But yeah, unfortunately it's closed. I want to say there might be another branch of this in a different part of the city, but yeah, see they have apparently they're in the second arrondissement of Sabai. Yeah, very, very famous, super delicious, super delicious baguette. One of the only places in the city where you can find true French style baguette with the sort of the more crunchy outer layer and then the soft inside. Most places anyway, when you buy a baguette here, are very, very soft, both inside and out, which is, it's not bad. The bread still tastes good, but gotta have that those contrasts of textures for a good baguette, in my opinion. Now, what I do love about Honcho is that this is where some of the oldest houses are, the most traditional looking houses too, and huge sprawling estates. Under normal circumstances, I would stop and actually film, at least for a couple seconds, these houses, but I think a couple of my kids live around here, and I don't really want to knowingly, what am I trying to say? If there's a chance that I'm gonna stop and freak my parents or my kids' parents out by stopping and filming their houses, I kind of want to avoid that. I think you can understand. As you can see behind me, it's sort of like a really sort of old looking area, and it's beautiful. These are my favorite places to find. And the first time, one of the first times I saw actually this street was on a run, and I had passed like the 25-minute or 30-minute mark, and so I was just starting to get a runner's high, and then I came across these beautiful buildings, and I was like, oh my god, this is paradise. You know, this is paradise. Let's see what the sign over here is for this building. Sabai. Ah, this is an old residence for Matsudaira retainers. Matsudaira were the vassals in charge of Fukui, or it would have been Echizen at the time, but of the Fukui domain here under the Tokugawa regime. So apparently that was where they would have stayed. Oh, and I want to go check out the shrine, but it looks like there's actually a funeral, so maybe not. One of the things to talk about this past week was the Kyoto Meetup. And because I'm equal parts a bad person and a bad vlogger, I guess, I didn't film like anything from the Kyoto meetup. I took some pictures, but I left the filming to Phoenix787 and Bernie of Be My Life and Christina in Japan, because I had that much fun. I just didn't feel like, apologies to you guys, I didn't feel like bringing cameras into the situation, but now, having said that, why bring it up if you're not going to show it to us, you jerk, right? Fair enough. I had such a good time meeting these people, talking to these people, and talking about their videos and their experiences and the things they love and hate about Japan. And yeah, so I'm trying to think about what I can do for Christmas. Right, Christmas is just around the corner, and I want to do some kind of collab between as many channels as possible who want to take part in it. And my first thought was to have everybody like sing a line of lyrics from like some Christmas carol, and then we could put that together into one song. But that seemed a little too close to like the Christmas in Japan thing that I think either Victor or Hiko or whomever puts on every year. So now I'm thinking that what I would like to do is maybe do a scene from Dickens' Christmas Carol. Not sort of verbatim. Well, yeah, verbatim, but like in characters, right? So for example, one character will play Scrooge, the other will be the narrator, and hopefully we can make it kind of like a funny thing where each person records their lines for a certain part of the book, and then we can put it together, and we'll see how it goes. But you can't tell, it's not very well fleshed out at the moment. I'm not really sure what to do. I just know I want to do something. It's a collab to celebrate Christmas. So let me know what you guys think, as always. Related to that though, this is actually where I was going originally when I was talking about the Kyoto meetup. I want to do a second meetup, though it won't really be like a formal meetup of sorts. Like this last one was meant to be, hey, this is a meetup for YouTubers, right? And everybody who came was either a YouTuber or like a family member of a YouTuber. But this time I just want to meet people in Kyoto or Kansai in general. It can be Osaka, Kyoto, wherever. Want to get together and go Christmas caroling. Now, the thing is about this, I am not a religious person. I do not celebrate Christmas for religious reasons. It's a secular cultural thing, right? Like, of course, Christmas came from religion. Came from a couple religions, if you want to dig into it. But yeah, it's become like this secular thing. So that's why I celebrate it, right? I love Christmas. I love the feeling. I love the energy. I love the goodwill. I love the cold nip in the air. I love all of that. So that's why I want to do the caroling thing. And if it comes to it, we can just sort of like, what is this person doing? And if it comes to it, yeah, we can keep the songs like completely irreligious if that's what the group we end up with. Where am I going? Right, there's some construction here I need to avoid. We can do a mix of religious and non-religious Christmas tunes, or if, you know, everybody else is into Christmas for religious reasons, we can sing about the big guy. That's fine by me. I don't care, but I just want to get together and celebrate and enjoy each other's company for the holidays. So let me know what you think. If you're in Kansai, shoot me some ideas, man. I would love to, I really want to get this together. The problem is, of course, that I'm getting it together a little late. Will Charlie be killed as he tries to avoid construction? Find out today on Dragon Ball Z. Right, okay. Out of the danger zone. Danger zone! Oh, this here, by the way, Sabai Station. As you can tell, it is a sprawling metropolitan complex serving the millions and millions of denizens of Sabai City. It's a JR station, so from here you can go to any place, effectively, right? So continuing on, we're actually headed back towards my apartment now. But worry not, the adventure isn't dead yet. As we're only about halfway through the can anyway, so let's talk about it. So this last week, I guess we can talk about the teaching thing. Ooh, pretty flowers. Well, let's go this way. This looks nice. Yikes, mamma mia. So this past week, this month has just been kind of hellish, to be honest, as far as workload goes. Because my school had a big special event at a local community center where I got to go in and teach to these kids who no idea who I was. These parents who've never seen me before, unless maybe they're secretly subscribers. Oh, this is nice, beautiful little. I love the narrow pathways. Oh, look it, and there is a shrine up there. Pretty cool, eh? And as I was saying, yeah, so had all these kids who'd never taken a class before. What's down this way? Can I go this way? I don't know. How do we get there? Come on, let's go. Me and you and Zabooma Foo. Anyhow, we had 33 kids, I think, come and join this this special event class. And basically, the format wasn't all that different from a normal class I would teach on any given day, right? But 35 kids. What'd I say? 35? 30? Anyway, lots of kids. At least 5 times my normal class size, right? And God, what a wonderful experience. Stressful, the planning, making all the materials for 30 kids and their parents. What is this place? This is awesome. This old shrine. This is called Benzaiten. Part of Matsuoka Shrine, apparently. That old wood. Looks like the shine on the bronze is worn off up there, eh? Old place. Unfortunately, it doesn't say how old it is, so we'll have to do without facts for the day. But such an incredible experience, and I don't know, there's something, particularly with little kids, right? With little kids, when they aren't sure, when they're starting a new language. Ooh, I know where we are. That's good. When they're starting a new language, or they're starting anything new, really, and they're so uncertain. And then you see a kid recognize that A is for apple, or that aka is in fact red, right? Oh no, it's not aka. Well, it's aka, but you know, for now it's red. And you say them get the answer right, and you give them the high five or the high touch, as it's more often referred to over here. And man, it's such a transformative experience. We're going down in the murder tunnels here. Get across the street. It is such a beautiful, positive, heartwarming. There's people coming. Or it's the trickling of water being really creepy. Death claws. But yeah, it's just this wonderful thing. And it's, I'd be lying if I didn't say it's like a drug. That feeling. It is, it's addicting, and you just, that's the feeling you always want. You always want your kids to have, right? Is that learning English, yeah, it's work, but it shouldn't feel like a job, or it shouldn't suck. It should be fun, and it should be transformative, and all this other stuff. So, and that leads me into why I'm no longer sure if I'm ever going to leave Japan. Of course, that is a huge reason. I don't know, I guess I felt for a really long time. Is this thing still on? Yes, we're okay. Always, right? I think you know, and I think I've made this clear on multiple occasions, that I felt at multiple points this was just going to be an experience that I would make the best out of for its duration, right? Implying, of course, that it's temporary. And I still don't know whether that's going to change, but I do know now that there is a good chance that I don't want it to. I don't know that I want to stay in Sabai forever, Kui forever, necessarily, but for now, like, I can't imagine leaving my kids, you know, like, especially these kids who with previous teachers, they wouldn't utter a syllable of English, or they were so afraid of their own shadow. Can I go this way? Is this somebody's house? No, scary. So let's say no. And the parents say to you, you know, I don't know what we're gonna do when you leave, like, and that gets to me, of course, you know. But so it's those things. It's responsibility. It's this weird, like, not foster parent. That's not the right word. There's another word when you like have an adoptive city, or anyway, adoptive city, adoptive child. It's your, anyway, it doesn't matter what it's called. But so that, of course, the responsibility of that and the pleasure of that, the pressure, all those things, yeah, it's getting to me. Not a complaint, of course. We're nearing the point now where I'm pretty sure I'm kind of lost. But I have to tell you, I really, really have to tell you that maybe this warrants its own sort of individual video, but there is a perspective, I feel, that comes with living outside of your home country, right? Let's go this way. It's a perspective on your home country, but it's also sort of like, I feel like, a perspective on the world. I considered myself to be a very tolerant person before I came here, you know. Consider myself to be very involved in world affairs, with just different groups and charities and stuff that I've worked with since I was in college. But now it's so different, and because of those things, and I don't want to get into the details of them too much because I don't want to start a flame war of differing opinions about wars and refugees and taxes and religion and personal freedoms and constitutional things and everything like that. But this is loud. This is a hospital, so I don't know how I feel walking past a giant vent that's spewing pathogens at me. Konnichiwa. Can I go this way? Maybe? Cool. New path. Oh no, let's go this way. But I think whoa. No, this is a private thing, looks like. But I have to tell you, since I've been here and since I've gained that perspective, the thought of returning to America and living and working in America is sort of like increasingly like a non-starter for me, I think. Yeah, it's something I've been thinking about a lot recently, and that sucks because there are so many things that I love, that I loved, and do love, I should say, about America. By the way, that word I was trying to think of earlier, surrogate. Surrogate family, surrogate father, surrogate city, etc., right? There's so many things, and the big one, of course, is my friends. I should say, is the people that I care about. Konnichiwa. You know, I have always been a person who, I guess above all else, I value humanity. That's not the right way to put it. I value connections, right? I love my family. I loved going to college, not like an hour and a half away from my family. I loved growing up and never being more than an hour away from anybody in my family. You know, and I love my friends in Rochester. My fellow writing friends who are equally as crazy and screwed up and ugly and as beautiful as I am, and so when I think about saying, yeah, permanently I'm gonna stay here, those are the things that make me wonder, well, how can I possibly do that realistically, right? And then there are other things too, like with those people, enjoying American drinking culture, American coffee culture, American all these other events. Like, as much as I hate football, like spending Sundays with my friends or with my family eating really bad food, watching a football game, like I miss those things, and I'm sure I will always miss them. But oh, this is awesome. Look at this curb. Well, let's see. Yes, I know it's just a curb, but look, it's a Shinkansen. It goes all the way down. But and I don't think I'm ever not going to miss those things, right? But I don't know, man. It's like, I'm sorry, this is turning into Charlie's journal, and a very long one, Cuppa. Our longest yet? Stay tuned to find out. We're almost there, don't you worry. But, so that's, without belaboring the point, I guess, although I'm sure I've probably already done that. Especially now that I'm taking this two week leave of Japan to go home and see my family for the holidays. I'm already thinking that maybe I made a mistake in not signing on for another full year instead of just the 7 months. I still want to go to school, but maybe I want to get my graduate degree here. Maybe I don't want to leave for 2 years and have to come and readjust here again, or I don't know. But it's just, I don't know, I feel like whenever you move to a new place, whether it's a new city within your own country or to your new surrogate country, there's that word again, you know, I feel like you reach that point where you either realize, yeah, I'm just gonna stick this out until I can get away, or you hit that point where you realize, you know, maybe I can make a life here, you know, maybe I can have friends and a family here or something. So I don't know quite yet. Sumimasen. But yeah, so that has been the ghost on my shoulders. Question: would you feel a ghost on your shoulders? So maybe that is not an apt metaphor to use, but yeah, it's been on my mind. But you guys, of course, will know. You guys will certainly find out as soon as I know whether or not this is just a temporary thought, that maybe Japan is my place. Maybe it's always, I don't know, it's always felt like a touchstone, right? Like I came here once, and then I left, and I came back, and then I left, and I came back, and then I left, and now I've been here for the longest I've been here for any stay. So look at this place, this old house that is sort of cordoned off. It's too bad too, because it looks like a beautiful old home with that bamboo thicket behind it. Wonder what happened. Hate to see something like that. First, because it's a beautiful home, and hate to see it go to waste, but also if there's nobody gonna live there, tear the shit down. Let nature have it back completely. Not that it's doing a bad job getting it back for itself. So anyway, guys, now that we're probably nearing 35 minutes at least, I'm gonna finish off this this canna and say, let's call it a video. So thanks always, guys, for watching. Thank you for your support of the series and of the channel. If you entered the 700 subscriber giveaway contest, the giveaway contest, please be sure to check out my last video, which will be someplace down here, right? To see if you won. And that's all for me, guys. Thanks always for watching, and I'll see you exceptionally, exceedingly, incredibly soon. Cheers.